Oh, that was a rock. If you've been waiting for Subaru to go electric, the time is finally here. This is the 2019 Subaru Crosstrek plug-in electric hybrid. Just like the regular Crosstrek, the PHEV version here features symmetrical all-wheel drive and rugged good looks. But is it just as capable as a regular Subaru? We've flown to California to find out. So the first thing that you'll notice inside this Crosstrek plug-in electric hybrid is that the interior is shades of blue and gray. Contrast stitching, we have a blue inlay there, and then that contrast stitching also extends to the leather-wrapped steering wheel and then even to the seats. Overall, it's a very nice look. I think the blue looks especially good on this Lagoon blue pearl color, which is exclusive to the Crosstrek plug-in electric hybrid. We'll just call it the PHEV for now on. The PHEV is available in two different versions. You have the base trim, which starts at around $35,000 and is roughly equivalent to a standard Crosstrek in limited trim, or you can get it like this, which is the fully loaded. Now this one costs $2,500 more than that, and it includes Harman Kardon audio. It also has navigation built into the head unit. You get a heated steering wheel. It's the only way to get a Crosstrek with a heated steering wheel, and you also get a moonroof. So it's a couple of nice additions. All the PHEVs have leather interior. They also come standard with a 6-way power driver's seat, and both front seats get 2-stage heat. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also included. Rear cargo in the PHEV is 15.9 cubic feet with the second row up. Fold it down and you get 43.1 cubic feet total capacity. That is significantly less than the standard Crosstrek, but still pretty good when compared to other small PHEVs. Aircon is only single zone. That is actually a disappointment at this price point. You do get a level 1 charging cable for easy charging from standard sockets. All models also include Subaru's top-rated safety system. This is the latest version of EyeSight, and it includes collision detection, lane detection. This also has rear cross-traffic alert with rear automatic braking and blind spot warnings. Using a mobile app, you can lock and unlock the vehicle, as well as check your charging status. The screens here have been updated with some PHEV specifics. Up here in the top screen, we now get a display that shows us how the power is being distributed. And that gives you a good indication as to how this powertrain is laid out. You have a gas motor in the front. It is connected to an electric motor, which is connected to a planetary gear version of their CVT, no chains. Behind that is another electric motor, which is behind that is the differential, which behind that goes to the rear wheels. So, as you can see, it's a lot of compact stuff all up here. Also, what that says is that this is a totally different layout than what you see in the Toyota RAV4. The Toyota RAV4 hybrid has an electric motor in the front and an electric motor in the back. There's no physical connection. That sounds good in theory, but the fact is under full throttle conditions and under pretty much any conditions outside of tiptoeing around, it disengages that rear motor and is basically a front-wheel drive vehicle. Those rear wheels didn't do jack. This one is all-wheel drive all the time, which is what makes this Subaru PHEV very special among compact PHEVs. Not only can you drive it in full EV mode every day, it'll also go full EV all the way up to 65 miles per hour. It won't do full EV past that because of a limitation in the way that the electric motors and the CVT system work together. But that's okay. 65 is good enough in full EV mode. So if you're in the market and you're thinking about an electric car, but you can only afford one car, really a PHEV is a great compromise, so long as it has enough range to get you to and from your daily commute, but on the weekend also has extended range thanks to the gas motor to get you wherever you want to go. This whole setup gets you 35 miles to the gallon with traditional fuel. And with this one, it has a 480-mile total range when you do combined gas and electric. Up front is a 2-liter Atkinson cycle gas engine. That puts out 137 horsepower. Now it is combined with an electric motor that puts out 118 horsepower. Because the way math works, they equal 148 total output. Now you might say that's not even as much as the standard Crosstrek, which is 152, but I'm actually looking forward to driving this because the biggest problem with the 152 in the standard Crosstrek is no bottom end. However, electric motors, yeah, they're 100% torque at 0 RPM. So this should actually be pretty fun to drive. Not only do we have the Crosstrek off-road, now we also picked up a passenger. This is Sofyan from Redline Reviews. Say hey.
Hey guys.
And we are out here in the California kind of highlands to drive the new Subaru Crosstrek. Not just any Crosstrek, this is of course the plug-in electric hybrid. Now, interesting thing about the electric hybrid here is that where most car manufacturers, specifically Acura and Toyota, when they hand us a hybrid SUV, they specifically say, do not, for the love of God, take it off-road. It is not allowed off-road. So here, Subaru,
they put us on this 10-mile trail with actual rocks. It's not just a dirt road. There are pretty good rocks and dips, and we're getting a chance to test out the ground clearance, and this thing hasn't really scraped. He's going a lot faster than I was.
A lot faster.
But this thing is pretty fun. It handles it well. It's a little strange, honestly, to be in a Crosstrek doing this, but hey, it's capable of doing it.
I know, and in EV mode nonetheless. Yeah. The total MPG on this one.
So 35 MPG combined, and then 17 miles of range is what Subaru says.
Oh, you have a really good head
and
for
then they said,
those things.
Yeah, I'm just a nerd. But then they also said 90 mpge, which is a lot more than what I guess the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV is rated.
Yeah,
which is
the Outlander PHEV is going to be a very similar. Right. I mean, it's going to be one a lot of people are going to compare this to, even though it is larger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're actually totally different cars.
I would agree with that. I don't really think people would cross shop it, but this car is so niche. There's not very many things to compare it to. Like Subaru said, it compares to a Mini as well.
Like a traditional hybrid, this does have lots of hybrid-specific buttons. Namely, we have the Save, Hold, and Charge button. That enables us to save the battery pack charge for later use. If, for example, we don't want to deplete it on the freeway, we want to get to stop-and-go traffic later. And it also has X mode, which I haven't actually enabled yet. We're still just driving normal because I haven't found any of this stuff really that difficult.
Yeah, we haven't gotten stuck, which is good.
If we get stuck, we have X mode to get us out. Otherwise, I don't see the point in turning on X mode.
Yeah.
For those who are unaware, X mode will do different torque moving around the system. It'll also do hill descent control, so as we're going down a decline, it will slow us down and automatically brake for us. But we haven't really hit anything where that's necessary. Through these rocks. It's so quiet. Nice. Floor it. It sounds so much different than a regular Subaru. It sounds kind of like George Jetson. Here's George Jetson.
Yeah, they definitely made.
This is a little bit narrower than I thought,
yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and go into the rut.
Yeah, they definitely made the car, or I guess tuned the car to make noises, strange electric motor noises.
Yeah, because 2019 that becomes required.
Yeah.
So it does sound like it actually has a noisemaker making that sound from the outside. Ooh, I like this portion. Let's go deep. Try out that clearance there. Yep. Boy, electric off-roading, it's different.
I think only this and the I-Pace are the only ones that can go off-road.
Yeah, I think so far.
Because Tesla doesn't recommend it, and then I guess...
Well, Tesla doesn't have the ground clearance anyway. Oh, yeah. There we go. So, in addition to having good ground clearance, this also has really shallow approach and departure angles. to help us get up over large objects without crunching the nose off like that. There we go. Nice.
You had me a little worried there. I almost thought it was going to scrape the battery or something.
And now we're back to flooring it. Oh, that's a big rock.
Whoosh.
So will we see a plug-in electric hybrid on the American Rally Association series? Probably no time soon, but this is fun. I'm enjoying a hell out of this. I'm not sure if Sofyan is, or if he's like, my God, get me out of this. He's a city kid.
I am more of a city kid, but this is fun.
There we go. Boom. Brakes. It does use regenerative braking on all four wheels, so it gives you a real balanced brake feel regardless of the conditions, which are really nice. And they've even upsized the rear brakes to accommodate that extra weight of the battery pack. Now, of course, because there is a honkin' battery pack in the back there, it does give up a little bit of trunk space. Actually, quite a lot of trunk space is given up, which is,
Well, it's funny because Subaru said that they asked people, does this look like a lot less? And they said, most of the respondents said no, but I kind of looked at it myself.
You look at it, you're like, that's a lot of space.
This is tiny. I was like, that battery makes me sad. It's taking up way too much space.
It is, and it makes the floor no longer flat.
Right.
So you can't put those large objects in the back like you used to be able to.
Yeah.
Now, it still has a wide opening, so it is easy to put wide objects into the back, but there's just not as much space there, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I imagine that might be a deal breaker for some.
It might be,
people.
yeah. The suspension, it's a little on the soft side, and I can see why they would actually go with a slightly different suspension tuning on this, because it has an additional 500 pounds. I'm not making that up. The battery pack and all the electric stuff, that's an additional 500 pounds on this car.
Which is almost like it's too heavy by 200 pounds. Like, why does it need to be that heavy?
I know, right? oh, darn it. I meant to avoid. Oh, I did avoid it. Good.
Oh, good.
That little rock, it just popped up at the wrong time, wrong place. Okay, so we're going to take this. This looks like a good spot to try hill descent control. So we're going to go ahead and put it into X mode. I'm taking my foot off the brake, and we are going to go down this in the slowest way possible. Lunch will be served, eaten, and digested by the time we get down here. But we can do it nice and slow. It's a nice day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's another way to do one pedal driving in an EV with the X mode, right?
Right. It's the off-road one pedal. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's go. Yeah, I do like that when I slam the brakes on here, I'm not getting a lot of nosedive. With this extra weight, I kind of would have thought that it would be a little bit more nosy just from the heft of the weight coming forward.
It doesn't really feel that much heavier to me.
It doesn't.
Like they've hid the weight very well.
Oh, and that brings up an interesting point. According to Subaru's own internal testing, so put an asterisk next to that, they say that this vehicle is actually 1 second faster in 0 to 60 than the standard Crosstrek, even though this one has less horsepower. It's all thanks to that much beefier electric motor that, of course, has 100% thrust at 0 RPM. And we just keep going up higher. I hope nobody is afraid of heights on this one.
That made me a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
That's why I'm not trying to look over the cliff.
It's like none of that there. So when can you buy one of these plug-in electric hybrid Subaru Crosstreks? They should go on sale near the end of the month, and it's currently November, so hey, maybe you'll find one. If you've been really good, you'll find one under the Christmas tree this year. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit, and this is
Sofyan Bey from Redline Reviews.
And this has been our look at the 2019 Subaru Crosstrek plug-in electric hybrid. There we go.
Woo!
Woo! That was fun. It's just, oh, there it was again. I can feel that weight in the tail. When you really unsettle the vehicle, that weight becomes a problem. So yeah, you don't want to be rallying this car.
Yeah, because this thing is like heavier than a Forester with the hybrid pack. It's crazy.
But you know what's really crazy? It's not quite as heavy as the Lexus RCF.
Oh, and that's supposed to be a sports car.
It's a sports car, yeah. It's like, oh, okay, I like it. It's fun, but it's like, yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Do you think Subaru's crazy for coming out with a plug-in electric version of the Crosstrek? Leave a comment. Also, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Go subscribe onto this guy's channel because he needs the viewers. And we'll see you next time. Oh, yeah.